far as mobility, I guess, like with that being said, is that just basically loading up the mobility information you want and it's got its own category? Because that seemed to be the only one that was kind of pre-sectioned off by the developers.
Yep.
So does that still, like, do I still need to go in and load up exercises, or do you guys already kind of have like a mobility bank that I can program out? Like,
so the mobility section is the most underutilized part, in my opinion, inside of FitHive.
say that again.
The mobility section is probably the most underutilized section.
I'm a part of the problem, and I'd like to be part of the solution.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, my personal opinion, when I talk to gym owners, the reason why it's so underutilized is the understanding of what that section actually is.
Right.
So for example, if you want to do mobility for a specific workout as a warm up or cool down, add that to the program itself in terms of a section. So for example, we'll go back to our at-home program. So like add that here. So this could be, mobility for that day. I don't have one in there, but you can add mobility here in that section, right? In terms of the warm up or A or B or C or cool down or whatever. And that's if it goes specifically with that particular workout or program. Now the mobility section. So this mobility section is designed to be able to give individuals daily custom mobility based upon your assessment of their mobility.
Which is gold.
Oh yeah. Now here's the thing. You can either use ours that's pre-programmed and pre-created in there. And this is the way that it works. When you go to mobility here, kind of the same thing. Categories, assessment items, and movements. Movements is going to be the actual movements that you want them to do to take care of that particular category, right?
Didn't even know that was there.
Yeah, most underutilized thing I think is there, right? So for example, this category is for ankles, and this is that particular movement that you can either pull from YouTube, you can add in, change, delete, move around, whatever. Now, the next thing on that is you have the categories, and you can edit these, move these around, do whatever you want, right?
Do these already exist, or is this stuff you guys built out in terms of categories?
Already exist. Yep. So we have a mobility that's already in there.
Well, hang on, let me pull this up right now. How have I missed this? I've intentionally gone looking for this.
So what you're going to need to do, if it's not there now, let me log in.
Let's see, fitness, manage mobility. Okay, so on my end, when I click manage mobility, I see mobility user assessments list and then enter assessment. I obviously have no assessments built out.
So when you click on wizard, click on wizard on the left side.
Yeah.
Then click on programs, at home mobility.
Oh.
And then just add that to your, yep.
Execute wizard.
Yep.
What the F? And so then I guess I'll go back to fitness, manage mobility. Oh, nope, still not there.
It might take a minute to get there. Just FYI.
Oh, manage programs.
Well, remember you need to go to settings.
That's what it is.
What's in there, because nobody's done one. So you need to go to settings, mobility, and then you can click on assessment items, categories, that kind of thing.
Got it. Okay.
Now here's where the magic happens. And this is where the member immediately thinks, and the member can not only think, but also gets the custom mobility for them specifically, right?
Right.
So when you go to assessment items, you've got a couple of things in here. So this assessment, when you edit this, is going to give them a name, a description, what category it goes along with, a video, and the URL, and hit save. In that mobility assessment, it will look something like this when you create it. So I'm going to go to mobility. I'm going to retake assessment. So when you create this, the assessment items are based upon a pass or fail rating, right? So there's no like degrees or anything like that. We keep it simple. It's pass or fail. But if I hit fail, fail, pass, fail, pass, fail, pass, pass, fail, pass, fail, right? This system will pull, right? So you've already done these pass or fail, and you can move and adjust them. The more you have here, the more customized it'll be to the client. But those assessments will be based upon the category, and the category is based upon the movement. So let's say, just in a theoretical example, in the assessments, I failed ankles, groin, hip, and I don't know why I have yoga in there, but yoga, right?
Sure, we all feel that.
The system will automatically realize that they failed those 4 categories. And then what it will do is it will give them, in a rotation, a daily movement that you created specifically for those 4 things. And it will rotate them every day.
Insane. Based on just the assessment. If I don't go in and override it, that's an assessment based on the wizard that's already there.
Correct.
Nuts. That's crazy.
Now, if you think about that, if you have 10 clients take that same assessment, theoretically, all 10 could be doing something completely different every day based upon their pass-fail ratings. When they go to do it again, let's say they pass everything but 3. Well, it will remove, let's say their ankles are good, it'll remove the ankle thing, right? And then it'll constantly improve or add to based upon what their mobility is like.
Got it.
So think about how crazy that could be. I mean, even let's say you bring a client in for an assessment and you actually do this for them inside of their app. Hey, let's get you set up. I'm going to go through these 7 different assessments, right? And then I'm going to give you that mobility. So they can do it on their own, or I'm going to go to this member. We'll do him. And all right, let's do your mobility assessment today. You do the downward dog. Cool. Yep, you passed that one. Nope, your hamstrings didn't pass that. Scorpion, nope, you didn't pass that. Yep, hip flexors are good. Yes, no, yes, 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 yes. Hit save. And then all of a sudden, when they pull up their app for mobility, they're like, all right, so each day you go to your app and I'm going to give you a daily mobility that you're going to do on your own to help with these things.
Okay.
And you wash your hands of it and they do their thing.
Dude,
you just gave them a custom mobility program specifically for their needs.
I have been unsuccessfully trying to figure out how to do this for a while now. So this is already worth the price of admission. Yeah.
Like, that is insane.
Yeah, that's huge. This is going to get rolled out immediately by next week.
And then, you know, if they want to do more, they do their daily workout, they can view the library and be like, all right, cool. My quads are pretty sore today.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, if you had a bunch of them, it would show you what those are, but then they could view whatever you gave them. Right. And, or watch the video. You know, they can, again, this is one of those most underutilized things. And I think the biggest reason why it's underutilized is it's not a mobility program that goes along with the workouts, right?
Right.
It's a supplemental mobility program that can be customized to the individual. You know, that most people a need, but nobody actually does.
Right.
And most coaches don't even program, right?
Yeah. Guilty. Yeah.